Hey, true believers, ENGLENTINE here. So I read Old Man Hawkeye, was a little depressed that it wasn't actually a transgendered Kate Bishop just grown old, because I thought maybe Marvel would have gone off the deep end and tried that. And now that I've put that out there, I don't doubt that somewhere in our future we should expect this to happen. And Clint Barton and now transgendered Kate Bishop will be meeting up in some future issue of Old Man Hawkeye. That being said, what we did get here is actually pretty damn good, and I'm surprised at that. I don't know why, but I was. I was like, gosh, I don't want to read this. But I'm a fan of Old Man Logan. It's a good book, so when I picked this up, I was pleasantly surprised. It's entertaining. Now, it's not great. I'm not going to say this book is great. It does have flaws. One of the biggest flaws, and now it may have happened in my Marvel DC Dark period, but in the credits page, it describes this thing where Red Skull has a plan and all the villains take out all the heroes. I want to look at that. That's much better than the story we get. We have the Multiple Man showing up as a biker gang? How'd that happen? This book sets up ideas that would make far better stories than the one that we got. I want to see those. I want to see the Red Skull get all the villains up and they kill all the heroes except for a few of them. I want to see how Multiple Man becomes a biker gang on his own. Instead, we find out Hawkeye's going blind and now he's got to go see all the things that he thinks he'll miss. Okay, you know, that's interesting too, I guess. I mean, you know, not as interesting as, say, a guy who can make multiples of himself becoming his own biker gang. I mean, that would be an interesting story. I'm just saying, if you're going to bring it up, let's watch the Red Skull kill a whole bunch of heroes. Let's do that. That just sounds a lot better. Oh, by the way, this is the mid-credit thing. I like how Marvel does this. It's like they have this James Bond opening and now the story's here. Guys, it's not a freaking movie. Put it at the beginning and just let us read the damn book. But that's the way Marvel is nowadays. I know I'm trashing it even though I actually enjoyed it. And it's a decent book. It's a good book so far. I don't know. I mean, it's the first issue. Hopefully it gets better. Good to see Claire Templeton makes it through. You know, art's good, story's good. I don't know what else to say about this except for it does really hinge on you understanding what this world is about. And that's the biggest problem. Yeah, the reason why all those ideas stand taller than the story that's going on is because we're thrust into this world and you have to understand already what's going on. Now, it's got a cool factor, so it's going to get you through. Trust me on that. But if you do not already understand this world, you will be lost a little bit. While it does suffer a little bit by writing for the trade-itis, it doesn't really delve into it as much as other books. There's a lot of story here. It catches you up somewhat to who he is, which is good because a lot of books these days leave this important question out. Who is he? But it's still, like I said, it still expects you to understand what's gone on before and where we are when it picks up right from the beginning. I would have loved to have him stay here with his daughter also and just work this out. There seemed to be more of an interesting story there than what was going on. But he leaves, which kind of, since his daughter was like, well, you're not around anyway, you know, he makes everything she says correct by him not sticking around. And that's another part of the problem with the story. Anytime a scene gets interesting, it cuts to the next scene. It's so interested in the plot that it forgets to be interested in the story. And that's one of the biggest problems with it. It's still entertaining. It's still fun. I want to see where this goes. multiple man with Venom, that could be an interesting setup. So, yeah, let's see where it goes. But it does have flaws. So I can recommend this book, yes. But I do so with a little bit of hesitation. Although I do appreciate the fact that finally, after 40 years, Marvel has admitted that Bullseye is just a big old ripoff of Deadshot by giving him the Deadshot red eye. Thank you, Marvel. That is very... Admitting it is the first step to solving the problem.